absolutely, completely blown away by how totally gorgeous Taylor Swift and Karlie Kloss looked on the cover of Vogue this month. I don't quite know how magazines work with months. They always seem to be off. But I thought they looked absolutely gorgeous, and I was so excited when I got my copy and found out that all of the products that they used were drugstore. Everything was L'Oreal, which is probably because Karlie is their spokesperson now, which is so cool. My favorite things in the world are Karlie Kloss and L'Oreal products. And it's so easy and it's so beautiful and it's so affordable, which is great for a magazine cover and shoot. So I decided to do my own. And most of the products are exact. There are a couple of them that aren't, but they are close enough that, and I feel like they're slightly better alternatives to what was actually used. So I hope you like it. Here's my tutorial. Taylor and Karlie used the L'Oreal Paris Magic Nude Powder. I got it on clearance, so I just had to rip off the little thing. The Magic Nude Liquid Powder Bare Skin Perfecting Makeup. So this is color 318. It's a little bit dark for me, but they have this really beautiful bronze glow that I couldn't in a million years achieve on my own. So I feel like as long as you blend really well, it's okay to use stuff a little bit darker than what you naturally are. So this has a really interesting consistency. I'm gonna just tip it over with my finger. It comes out liquidy, and then when you rub it into your skin, it kind of takes on a powdery feel. It finishes very velvety and beautiful. I actually like it a lot. I had this a couple years ago and I just stopped because it got to be a hassle to carry around the big bottle, and it's glass, which is the other thing I don't really like, but the feel and the look is actually pretty awesome. They recommend to only do it with your fingers, not a brush, because it sort of just sets into whatever it touches first. So if you put it on, a brush, it's going to cling to the brush instead of your skin, which no bueno. See, it's just like a really soft, very nice finish. So the next product they used was the True Match blush, super blendable blush in Soft Sun. Let me tell you, this was a pain to find. I went to like 5 different drugstores and couldn't find it, and finally got it in Ulta, I think. So this is a warm shade, so it's definitely a lot darker. It's like, the True Match line is made specifically for different skin tones, and this is a lot darker than what I am, and I think even what Taylor and Karlie are, but it kind of works like a bronzer, so it's really this shimmery, soft, bronzy, blushy tone. I really like it. So I'm just using I don't even know what this is. I think it's a Walgreens brush, but it's angled and I really like it. And when you look at their blush, it's not like apples of your cheeks. It's more like a bronze up along their cheekbones into the temple line, so it really it's applied a lot more like a bronzer than it is a blush. So I'm just gonna put it. The skin all finished. I think they may have done a little bit more like bronzy and put it more all over, but with how pale I am, it kind of looks weird if I have like this dark face. So just want to make sure it's all blended. Next thing is eyebrows. They used the L'Oreal Brow Stylist designer. They used blonde, but my hair is obviously a little bit darker than Taylor Swift's. So I've got the brunette color. This is a really cool product because it's got the pencil on one end, little brow brush on the other. And it's not just like, there are a lot of pencils that have that, but I really like the consistency of the wax. It's like really soft, so you can get a nicer look. So they both have really arched eyebrows, so I'm going to try doing mine a little bit more like that. So in order to achieve that look, I'm going to get a little bit closer. You go down a little bit more at the beginning and then kind of come up a little bit more. I had my eyebrows waxed for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and she made them a little more arched than what I naturally have, but I really like it because I've always felt that I had kind of sad eyebrows. They just went down a lot, but now with them being shaped a little bit better, it just makes a world of difference. So coming a little bit lower than I naturally am, going a little bit higher there in my arch, and then down. And then again a bit higher up there, down. I genuinely like my eyebrows for probably the first time in my life. So next for the eyes, I don't have the L'Oreal Smoky palette, like their brand new nudes palette that everyone and their mother is coming out with, but I do have the Maybelline nudes, and when you look at their eyes, it looks like they just have some really pretty goldeny, a little bit of bronze definition, not really any, maybe a little bit of the brown as a pencil, as a, liner instead of actual liner, but they're really light and simple. So I'm going to go in taking my little Sephora fluffy brush with this gold color, and just going to kind of sweep it all across my eyelid. It's nice because I feel like I have a little bit hooded eyes, like when my eyes are open you can't really see much of my lid, and Karlie's like that a little bit too. Her eyes are a little bit deep set, which it's kind of nice to see that I'm not the only person in the world who has that problem. Just blending it in, and especially getting it, you can tell their inner corners are quite sparkly. I'm going to take that light, it's like a champagne-y shade, and just highlight a little bit, again on the inner corners. And then because they do have that kind of like Taylor, at least I can't see it too much on Karlie, but she just has just like a slight bit of definition along her eyes. Even when she's not wearing a cat eye, she still can't help wearing a cat eye. So I'm going to take this dark brown. It's almost like a gray brown. It's really beautiful. I really like this Maybelline palette. Anyway, in this little angled brush, I'm going to just get in my lash line. They used the L'Oreal Butterfly Infallible Lip Intenza, which I didn't have. I already have a lot of L'Oreal mascaras that I really like, but I was looking through my sister's makeup collection and found her Lash Out Butterfly, which is, I mean, they're all kind of the same, in the same vein. So that's a good one to use. And then for more subtle lashes, I just got the L'Oreal Double End Beauty Tubes mascara. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and it's a lot more natural than what I usually use, but it is the weirdest thing to wash off. It's kind of awesome. When you just splash warm water on them, the lashes come out in tubes, which was the weirdest and coolest experience of my life. So I'm going to use the butterfly one today, but that's another one I recommend for subtle. So So in the photo shoot, Taylor and Karlie are wearing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Last Lip Color in Permanent Blush, and I bought that, and I hated it. It's really weird. I normally love everything that L'Oreal does, but it flaked off a lot and made my lips kind of gummy. Like the color was okay, but it wasn't worth it. So I found actually a really similar product. This is the Rimmel London Provocalips in something subtle. I'll put it in the link below. It's beautiful. Make your move. 703, make your move. This is a gorgeous YLBB, which is something I think I read on XO Vein Your Lips But Better. And it's this exact same concept, and it's really even a super similar color as the Infallible, where you have the stain on one end and then the moisturizing one on the other. So if you want that exact, just to say you have the exact, it'd be worth it to grab the L'Oreal, but otherwise I really prefer Rimmel. Super pink in this lighting, but in real life it definitely looks a little bit more brown. I don't know if you can tell looking at the tube. And then their lips are even a little bit shimmery and golden, which the L'Oreal one does have. So I have this NYX lip gloss that, again, I snagged from my sister, and it is in the color Sweetheart, and it's got a little bit more of that brown that is in their lips. So I'm going to just pop that on top. So that's like slightly more shimmery and pretty, but it's a beautiful, beautiful look. For myself, for day to day, I would probably play up the eyelashes a little bit more, and again, switch out that lip color for the Rimmel one. But other than that, I really love it, and I love that it's sort of out of her comfort zone, because it's also a little bit out of my comfort zone, because I'm secretly Taylor Swift. But it's just really fun and beautiful, and I love that. I would definitely recommend the blush as an exact, and just it's good for everyday life. I love that it's bronzy but still pinky, so it's a blush bronzer hybrid combination. And I also like the foundation. It wouldn't be like an everyday one, but it is a really nice sort of special occasion foundation because it just feels so soft. Other than that, I would recommend the Rimmel absolutely over the L'Oreal, and I haven't tried the L'Oreal palette, but I do love the nudes. So there you have it. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, congratulations. You get a gold star.